Hello, my name is Jahg, and welcome to another exciting installment of Jahg Plays All the Mods 9 to the Sky. And I'm surprised to see this guy still here, which is interesting. 67% of him isn't here. No, or is. Which is it? Essence decay. Is it going up or down? I don't know. Decay suggests it's going down, but I don't know. Anyway, welcome. Last time we were doing this type of madness, weren't we? We were creating various bits of stuff that we need for the AE2 system. And since then, I have done a little bit more crunching of things. As you can see here, I've created various of these basic circuity things, but I haven't yet made the processors from them. I've got some of the logic processors, because at the end of the previous episode, we were at this stage, I believe, the stage where I want to be able to connect my crafting grid, this thingamajobber here, to some storage, because at the moment it has nothing in it. So it will work as a crafting table, just I have to put things in it, and I can't shift-click to put things back or move things away. So that's what I'm going to do today. One of the things. Another thing is, I should probably start that now, is the next of our seeds. Now, this AE2 gubbins, this is all very well and good having this energy cable here. There's actual AE2 cables that we need to get into of varying colours, and therefore I'm going to need dye seeds. That's right, seeds of dye, indeed. Well, I'm having very much trouble there typing the word dye seeds. There we go. So dye seeds are a tier 2, so that means I'm going to need some of this prudentium, but I also need some of this agglomeratio, which is a bunch of dyes: cyan dye and orange and pink and lime. Now, some of this I don't have. In fact, most of it I imagine I don't have. I do, however, have the green. That's a good start, because green plus the white will give us, see, come on now, will give us the lime, I believe. Is that right? It's interesting it doesn't involve yellow. Maybe it isn't interesting. Maybe it's not, yellow is not involved, and I just didn't know. I didn't realise. The reason for these dyes, you see, is because you can make, from the essence, you can make varying patterns of the essence. You can make the different colours of dye. So if I were to do a right click on the essence there, you can see various patterns of 3 blobs of whatever gives you any of the 16 types of dye, which is marvellous, I think. So, pink. It's marvellous, but we don't have any yet, is the problem here. Do I have any of the red? Okay, let's work this out, shall we? If you double click in this box with something typed in, it shows you in the chest you're in, it shows you where that item is, and we don't have any, so that's fine. I was just looking for some red dye. Yeah, it sounded like a thing I would have, you see. Now the fun thing here is, I was going to say I don't have any of this gubbins, these poppies, this red dye, but I do. I need more of this bone meal. It looks like bone meal is perhaps required in every single one of these recipes. It's not. It's fine. Now, that's the pink. Now I need orange. Oh, great. I need red and yellow. Fine. These are things that we have because we have sunflowers. Very good. Well done, me, I guess. Am I responsible for that? I think I might be. Yes, because we made the sunflower that was required for our Teru Bozu up here. It has yet to rain, which is great. So that's that one. Next, I need the cyan. Oh, apatite. Am I getting apatite from something? I absolutely am. In which case, I will take some of that. Very good. That's a recipe that I don't think I was aware of. Or if I was aware, I had forgotten. So I guess that's unawareness, isn't it, really? So, there are my dye agglomeratio, which is marvellous. Now, it's the green one, so I need more of this. Darn it, I don't have more of that. Do I have any of the orange? I do. I guess this is why I don't have enough of the green, because I only make enough, basically, for the moment, which I know is very much hand-to-mouth in terms of this game, but, well, it's what we're doing. Now, let's go and make this, shall we? Or let's get a bit of machinery in our face. That's also possible. Where are the buttons? Yes, okay, fine. We don't need the button because of the tip we got from Elliot that says buttons are a thing of the past. You don't need them. There's a bit of redstone underneath there, a redstone block, that's why. Not just magically. Right, there's our dye seeds. Very good, it was a quest. That makes sense. Not all of the seeds are a quest in this, but there are various key ones, I guess, is what that's about, and I'm glad for it. So this farm has been doing splendidly for us. So even though we're going for just one seed of every type, basically, except for the Minicio. Oh, not Minicio. Whatever they're called. They're called Inferium. Except for those, we've got a whole farm of those. We're just going to have one of everything. And because of the lily pads underneath, the lily pads of fertility, we are getting a bajillion of the essences. We may indeed, in fact, we're going to. There's that. I've just started that going. Isn't that marvellous? So we may eventually do the full 10 rows. Well, I guess it's 12 of the, what do you call that? The Inferium growth accelerators. We've got one row. You can have 12, but I've taken up 2 spaces, so 10 rows. So 9 more rows of the, or layers, I should say, of the Inferium growth accelerators, plus 12 more of the Prudentium one, 12 more of the Tertium, and so on and so forth, and we should have a ridiculous farm, even with just one seed of each type. Hopefully that's going to be okay. Now, I am aware that you need like masses upon masses of those, of resources for later things in this game, but that's okay. We will potentially have them by then, or indeed be in a position to get them easily. Indeed. Right, so dye seeds are done. Well done, me. I'm glad about that. Now, so I need to make an interface. I need to make a sticky piston and a normal piston. I didn't make this last time, did I? And I've just forgotten about it. You do need a couple of these things anyway, so even if I had forgotten, it's not too much of a problem. A wobblum? A wobblum is what I said then. Right, I am looking for... I want to separate machine bits into its own chest is what I'm really looking for there, but failing to come up with anything reasonable. Oh dear. Well, that's fine. We will make them the original way. Do I have? Yes. Very good. This with that makes the chest. Yes, it does. And then I can just wrap it in the iron and such manually, right? I don't actually need to place them down and do the upgrades. So... this with those around it, bonk, and this with those around it. I guess that's, is that a quest? I must have picked those up already, so it's not a quest. All right, fine. Or it was never a quest, and I was never going to get anything for doing that. Indeed, these are possibilities. Possibilities. Now, I can also take 2 of these netherite gubbins and upgrade them 1 stage further. Very good. Now, this, whoopsie, this, oh well, that was a quest. Nice. This is going to be my machine bits chest, at least until I guess very shortly when I hook that system up to this. Obviously, this is not where it's really going necessarily. It might, you know. I think eventually I want this piece, the actual crafting gubbins, to be over here, where I instead will replace this crafting square with it, perhaps. Yes, so that is my machines chest up the top there. So let's just take a moment here to put machines in it, shall we? All right, I think that might be everything that's machiney for now. It probably isn't, and I've just missed what I was looking at there. However, is there anything in here that I need to take out? No. However, it's a good start. All right, so let's see what is involved in making an interface. It's a formation core and an annihilation core, which I didn't make in bulk, which is probably a mistake. Can I make them? It's the logic processors. That's why I made these. Very good. All right, let's make 4 of each and hope that that's enough. Indeed. So, Fluix dust and Certus quartz and such things. All right, fine. This we have Certus dust. Oh, I do have some, actually. Certus dust, I meant Fluix. Did I say Certus? I did say Certus. Never mind. Words. I want 4 of these. And I want 4 of these, and these will give us the bits we need. So, bish bash bosh, very good. Oh wow, you get multiple per thing. Fine. I was I was going to say bestinging. That's not a word. Bestinging about not having made like 8 of those each and only making 4. However, we're fine because apparently it gave us more than we needed. Marvellous. Indeed. So one of these, well, 4 of that really, and a little bit of glass will give us the interface. Ta-da! Now, an interface can be made into a smaller one here, which fits directly on a pipe, but it doesn't matter for our purposes. So I need pistons of both types. Now they are in here because they are machiny. Yes. Now this is a what do you call that? Shapeless recipe. It means you can put these bits anywhere and it'll do. So there it is. There's our storage bus. Now let's get some sleeping done. That wasn't a quest. Good morning, good morning, good morning, hello and good morning. And good morning and hello. I still need to sort that out. Never mind. So I have this. Now I need some proper cabling, basically. So let's consider. This is why we made the dye seeds, you see. I want some better cabling. This Fluix cable, I think you can make it, yes, you make it into the covered cable, which I think is what I want. You can then dye that various colors. Or you can, smart cable, that's the one I want. And then you can dye it various colors, I guess. Seems to be reasonable. All right, so I want to use purple because purple is a good color. And also because that's the color I've always, yes, that's what I said, that I've always used for the storage connection and for the crafting square, or whatever it's called, which is not crafting square. So purple dye is made thusly. Very good. All right, let's make a bunch of this. We're going to need it. And we're going to get the essence in spades, indeed. So there's that. I've got that ready to go. Now, I need... the only way to make this is from these. Is it? Yes. And the only way to make these is from this. Fine. Okay, does the colour of the wool matter? I don't think it does. All right, so let's take a stack of this. Let's figure out how to make the Fluix cable. It's 2 blobs of Fluix and a quartz fibre, wonderful, which is made with the dust gubbins. Now, I thought I made some of that quartz fibre. I couldn't. Oh, there it is. I did. That's fine. Let's take these things. Now, this is not going to make enough, of course, because nothing ever does. I think you only get 1. No, you get 4. Oh, that's good. 1 bit of this, 4 of that. All right. Let's make as much of it as we can, because we're going to need more, basically. So, very good. Let's do a stack of this. Nice. I then want to... no, I then need to use these things on it. Right, so I want to take this with that and this. Yes, there's the smart cabling, which you can then wrap round, wrap round a die, and it will be that colour. Very good. Now, we are also at some point going to need... That's not how you do that. At some point, we're going to need some of... Come on. Oh, you can't make it that way. There's a big version, a dense version of that. Let's see how that is made, actually. Dense cable. So, for instance, I'll need, not magenta, purple. There it is. Oh, I see you need to make the... do it before dyeing the things. That's interesting. Well, I guess I could undye them. Yes, with snowballs and whatever. Interesting, interesting, interesting. For now, we'll just go with what we have here. So, I just want to hook up my system there to this. So the best way for me to do that is to turn off my magnet and indeed turn off this system so that I don't get crazy stuff in me, because I do want to have my magnet on for the next bit of this, because I need to build underneath this, basically. So the best way to do this is what, James? Okay, this pickaxe is too good. Remember that, please. There we go. Oh, put the magnet on. You were just saying, oh, I've already done it. I've already done it. I'm amazing. Have I? Oh, I even made the storage bus. I'm an idiot. It's been days and days since I was on here last, and so I didn't remember that. I've already made the storage bus, which means it's just the cabling I was waiting on. Fine, good. We're going to need a second storage bus anyway, because I want to attach this kind of storage monster that I've made here to the system. But for now, I am going to... This is not the right... Oopsie, this is not the right tool. Give me my spade, thank you. This and this. I want this out. because I have to attach cabling to this. Now, yes, I think I do want to do that. Okay, this is going to be a bit annoying. Do I have snow at the moment? I don't think I do. All right, do I have buckets of water at the moment? I do, but not enough. All right, give me one more bucket of water. This is going to be quite slow. What I want to do is I do want to make a bit of that, what do you call that, James? The dense cabling. For some reason, that word doesn't stick in my head. So forgive me if I completely forget that word again. Oh, I'm going to need more than this, aren't I? That will make one, which is great, but I can't make it purple, can I? No. Usage of this, in order to make this purple, I need 8 of them. Oh no, which is a whole stack of this. All right, temporarily, never mind that. I would have liked... Well, that was a quest. Very good. I would have liked a piece of dense cabling here. However, this will work. It's just I'm going to have to remember to replace it. Well, all of this is going to be replaced at some point because nothing here that I have done is permanent, indeed. Right, so where was this? Am I in the wrong... Yes, I am. Oh, this one... This had no... Oh, I guess that is... I was going to say this has no extra bits below it, but this only has bits below it because it's the... What do you call that? The spaces in between my platforms. I don't know what I'm calling these. Cut-off bits? I guess they're not cut off, are they? Anyway, just come on, James, do it. We're joining this to that. So, this is not necessarily the best way. There are wireless type gubbins that you can put below this that will make things work better for us. I thought I just heard an Enderman there. That was quite scary. But no Enderman was there, so that's even more scary, I guess. Am I going to have enough of this? Yes, absolutely I am. Very good, very good. I guess I didn't need to... I can't really see what I'm doing here, and I guess that means neither can you. Sorry, goodness. I apologise for hiding the details from you. There we go. This is why I needed to have the magnet on, because I don't want that cable going in the void. Right, so we can see from these cables, if you waft over them, these cables, these smart cables, they have 8 channels. 1 of 8 channels, which means I can essentially have 8 machines or storage buses or import or export buses, 8 of them connected to this cable in total. Which obviously 8 machines is not very many. So that's why I needed a bit of dense cable there, which can basically allow 32 channels in total. So any one face of this, I can attach more cable to this face here and more to this face. Any of those sides can have 32 machines attached to it, basically, with a bit of dense cable coming out and various horrible structures that I'm going to have to build, indeed. So that's what we've got going on there. Now, this is alive. You saw the cable was alive. It said 1 of 8 devices connected. Now, this is basically the glory of an AE2 system. You can have things in storage, you can take them out of the storage, you can put them in, and they go back where they should, basically. They go back inside the storage system, which is fabulous. And it's completely dynamic, so as things get added in, they show immediately in that user interface. Now, I've right-clicked the storage. You can't quite see it in there. Let me take this out and put a torch so that we can see a bit better. So there's the storage bus that we had apparently done last time. I thought I'd made an interface last time. That's interesting that I forgot between then and now. However, the storage buses have a priority. Now, since drawers, which this is connected to at the top, can only have fixed things in them, because I've locked all the drawers and then I choose what to put in them, I'd like to have this at a really crazy high priority. So I'm going to set this as 30,000. So the higher, the better, basically. So it inserts at the highest priority. So if I had another set of drawers with a drawer controller and another storage bus attached to it, I could set that as a lower priority. I could set it as the same priority. For chests and such, which my chest storage is basically a backup system. I don't want to use the chests for things that are in the drawers. So if you set a higher priority for the drawers, it'll try and go there first, and then it will go here in this mess of drawers, of chests later on, afterwards, basically. Or it'll try, if it can't go in the drawers. Okay, that was not as clear as it could have been, but it was something. So, now, this connection that I've done means that all of those essences that we are building up, not that I can see them, there they are. For instance, the inferium. Gosh, we've actually maxed out on inferium blocks. That's crazy. Which means the void upgrade is doing its work because it's throwing those extras away. But there's the dye essence, and we can use this in a very similar way to the way we use JEI over here. Just search for stuff, and it will allow us to do things with it. So, for instance, directly over this, I can press usage of this and go, well, I'd like some Fluix, please. And it will make. And it auto-fills the pattern from what's in the system. Super good. I can't, however, click things into it. So if I click the dye essence, that went in. But if I click this bit of polished andesite, that goes nowhere. The Fluix goes nowhere. Because the system we have at the moment, I can put the dirt in, for instance, and it went over here because we added these drawers to the system. If I do this, you can see the outline. The outline of the drawers there indicates that those are connected, so that's why that went. But things like Fluix and so on, not in the system yet. I think I will put them in the system, however, because Fluix, just like Certus Quartz, are the two, which is somewhere in here. Not that I'm seeing it. Up there. There we are some of the things that we use quite a lot in this. So there we go. I've added that to the system. Now, next I need to sleep. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, good morning, hello, and good morning. Sorry, I didn't notice I woke up there. So the next thing I want to do is I want to basically attach this storage mess here to the system, which is going to be interesting. How do I want to do that? Oh, other thing is, did I add this? I didn't add this chest to the system. So there's no cobble showing up in here, I guess. If I just do a search for cob, there it is. No. So I will add this system into it, this drawer into it. So right-click it to add it in. Right-click again, because I think I've got it on range select. So now it's been added to the system. Yes, there are all the cobbles. Now, obviously, it's 21 million is what I've got there, comprised of 2.3 million compressed and 262,000 double compressed. It's obviously, if I take out these double compressed, it lessens the amount significantly of actual cobble I have, because they are it's a choice, right? This isn't all of this cobble and this compressed and the double compressed. It's one lot of any of it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Hopefully it does. Right, so cobble is in there. That's good. Now, the chest mess is what I'm about now. Now I need to make, I need to make one more chest. Goodness. And that's what this game is all about, basically. Not having enough chests. So there's that. I need to upgrade it all the way, or I want to upgrade it all the way. Give me some of these. Give me some of... Oh, I don't have enough gold there. That's disappointing, isn't it? I guess gold seeds might be the next ones I do. I don't know that they will be. I'm not sure that gold is our next big priority, but it might be. It might be. The seeds do become easier as one goes through it, of course, because there's basically... You have more stuff to build them with, and the more advanced the seeds, the more likely you are to have made a little extra of a thing to start with. So, that's why I've got the netherite, for instance, because I know that I'm going to need a bunch of it at some point. Now, this is going here. Nothing spawns on chests, so that torch there is no longer needed. It was no longer needed anyway with this torch here, but there we go. So, effectively, all of these chests are touching each other. So, what does that mean? That means that I should be able to take the storage bus and attach it somehow to this and have at least one of them show up. But if I attach it to a specific one, it only sees this chest, basically, this double chest here. So I don't want to put that here. Give me this back. Thank you. So I need something else, and that something else is... did I add it last time? Did I make it last time? I don't think I did. They are part of sophisticated storage, so soft goes in there, and then storage again. It's a controller, actually, isn't it? Let me just type control in there. Oh, there we go. These two things. Right, so I need a storage controller and I need a storage link. The link will link a controller to the storage. They can, I think it's got a range of maybe 20, so I'm going to put the storage controller... Where am I going to put it? Under here, I think. Under here. And that will be good. So let's actually make that. It's not that difficult to make. I need 2 of these comparators, a chest, because, well, we always need chests. Right, now is the time. I do have chests there. Look at that. I was going to say, now's the time to look for the chests. And I had them in there all this time. Oh, well. Right, so I need some comparators. Comparators are made from nether quartz and redstone torches, I guess, and stone, which I don't have much stone. That's interesting. Let's cook these random bits of cobble. Oh, I couldn't put all the cobble back. Did you see that? That's interesting. So when I shift-clicked that extra cobble back into the system, it ignored me, basically, and left it with me. In fact, now there's a good thing. I will take one of these void upgrades and pop that in there. At this point, we've got all the cobble we're ever going to need right there. So I'll be able to get rid of that. Good. Now, let's take some of that out of there. I guess I need one more piece, technically. So that's fine. That divides, and that's all I'm interested in right now. A stack of this with a stack of that. Sure. Let's make as many of these comparators as we can, which is 16. Not bad. All right, I'll take them. Now, chests and... what is that? Is that stone? That could be stone. All right, let's take that as a thing. Very good. Now, chests I have. Oh, it's already in me. And it's... What is it then that I didn't have? Was it just the... No. Oh, it needs to be a sophisticated one. Fine, I will make it sophisticated. Gosh, how sophisticated. Sophisticated in these terms means that it can take upgrades, basically. These upgrades along the side. Ah, that was a quest. Very good, because it's sensible to do it. I guess it makes sense. Makes sense to be sensible, is what I've just said there. Now, okay, if I make another one of those and an ender pearl, I can make 3 of these in one go. Sure, let's do that then. I'm okay for doing that. Where are the chests? There they are. Soon I'll be able to use the system to do this and not care about where things go. So I guess moving all the machine parts up here was somewhat pointless. A little bit. I don't know. I do know it was, but never mind. For this one episode, we can live with that because it helped us to locate things that I'm needing to build with. So, this with that gives us 3 of these storage links. That's great. Now, I am only going to need one of them for now because I only have one chest mess here. But basically, I need to slap this on this somewhere so that it connects. And I will just... bung it in. It doesn't much matter where. Right there is where I'm going to do that. Now, at the moment, this doesn't connect to anything. So, there's one more thing I need, which is a tool to allow the connection. I can't remember what it was called. Was it a wrench? No. Was it a hammer? No. Okay, we have to look. We have to look with our eyes. This thing, storage tool. Of course it is. Fine. 2 sticks, a bit of that, one of those. Fine. I've got some iron. I already have the much of this other gubbins in me. Something I needed from here. No, I didn't. Sticks, was it? No, an ender pearl. That was it. Because it's a virtual thing, I guess. Do I have sticks in me? I don't. Interesting. I'm going to put some of that back. And sticks. Okay, we do have sticks. You know what? We're doing it. We're going to use this to craft this. So this... Go. Ta-da! Fabulous. Now, I can shift-click these things in it, even though I haven't got any storage for any of this stuff yet. The stone has nowhere to go. That's interesting. The iron does, because the zombies produce iron. Look at this unstacked buckets taking up space in my inventory. I think also the nether quartz can go in. So basically, if I now shift... click, so currently it's linking, right? So shift click on that to select that, and then with the tool selected, you can actually get quite a nice user interface on the chests. It's kind of like this on the drawers where you can see the upgrades. There's no upgrades in any of those, but there is one in here, for instance, and you can. That's really quite useful to be able to see them in that way. Now, I'm also going to right click this, and this is the storage link on the back. Now you can see from that. Not too well you can't, but there is a green line going from this. You can kind of see it there. The green line going down from this to this. You can see it there. Okay, good. With it hovered over, can I get it to show that a bit easier? There we go. I don't understand why it's showing in some places, not others. That indicates that this is connected to that, and therefore all of these chests are basically connected to to this controller. So if I take something that's in here, I think it works this way. If I take something that's in here and right click it on there, it knew where it was and it put it back, basically. This system is super good here, the storage controller from Sophisticated. So it's really good because it tries to find the chest that already has the particular item in it. So I've got 59 there and then 2 things after it. It tries to find a chest with it already in and applies it to that same chest, which is super good. So that's gone down here now because it finished that stack and added the extras. So that's super good. So with that, I was going to say, with that hidden away, we're going to do a last little bit here. I'm going to take some of these. They're slabs from my original build. Amazing. Take some of those away, and we're going to basically hook up the this chest mess to our system. So I'm going to place that there. I had to sneak to place it there, but also I'm flying, so I had to go upwards again. I'm going to set the priority of this to very, very low. In fact, 0, because it will extract from the lowest ones first. So it'll take out of these first if they exist, but push into the higher priority. So we're actually going to make use of that to empty some of this chest, because a lot of these things are actually in the storage system, and they don't need to be in my chest mess, indeed. Now, let's hope I've got enough cable here. Wow, I just went down there and I thought I was going to die. Okay, so I'm going to connect this to our cables over there. Now, this is not necessarily good practice, good cabling, good cable management that I'm doing here. I want to place a torch so we can see this. There we go. I kind of need to go over that way. I don't think I'm going to have enough cable for this. Gosh, am I going to have to leave this until next episode? No, I won't. I'll finish this cable at least. So then this can... I'm trying to do straight lines. That'll do. There we go. So from this direction, I've got 1 of 8 until it joins, and from this direction, I've got 1 of 8 until it joins here, 2 of 8, which goes into our system. And eventually we'll end up with 7 of 9. No, it only goes up to 8. So that's a thing. Am I going to put the slabs back, or do I want to take the slabs and put a piece of actual plankage there? Yes, I don't know why I did that. I can remake these into the planks like that. Very good. So now technically all of these chests should be attached to this. So if yes, you can already see it is the cobble stairs. We don't have those in a drawer, so I can right click that. And now we've got a bunch of extra things in here. It looks like a mess because there's obviously bits of armor and bits of whatever all intermixed, but this is what's in our system. This is all the stuff we've got, basically. So as an example, let's take iron out of here. Let's take a few stacks of it and then just dump it back, basically. I'm going to dump all of these things into the system. I'm going to dump these cables. It allows me to do that. I'm going to dump these redstone torches. All of that went in. I'm also going to take the amethyst, I believe. We're getting amethyst from something that we're sieving. I'm going to take it as that much out. And you saw previously that my chest mess did not have anywhere near that amount in it to start with. And now, it's taken that out. And indeed the iron ingots that were here. So the system works. This chest will eventually probably become moot because I won't need this here because everything will be in there. I think we've done super well there. Our system here is becoming so much better, so much easier to use. And if nothing else, it's good to know that we can just do a search here to say, well, what cables have I got? And I can just pull them out from one place rather than worry about where they are in the system. Now, okay, so at this point, none of these chests, it will not matter to us now where things go. I shouldn't care about which chest has got that in it. So for instance, I've now got machine bits in here. I don't care because none of that's going to be accessed directly. Obviously the ferni will, but that's a different system for a different day. So at this point, I think it's time to say thank you very much for watching. If you're not subscribed, I'm going to go down here and get a screenshot of the cabling. Indeed, if you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? Subscribe and you too may have a shining cube like this in your life. Indeed. And if you like this video, why not like this video? Goodbye.